Today we have joining us Christian Claypool. He is the CEO of Milk and Butter Token. As well joining us is Spencer Haywood. He's the Chief Technical Officer. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. I do want to dive on in and kind of talk a little bit about your token. Can you explain what it is and what exactly it does for charity organizations?
We started Milk and Butter initially in March of 2021 with the original Milk token, which was it was a reflection token, the likes of, say, Hoj and SafeMoon, where there's a portion of it, instead of going to reflections or just going to that auto liquidity, there was a portion that was, reserved for charity so that we could give. And, over time we became, pretty close to different charitable organizations, and we were able to partner with them and able to, secure those donations to them and give regularly to them. And we've kind of shifted gears now to developing an NFT game that's still tied into all of our original systems, so that, no matter what these people are doing in the game, as they're utilizing the systems, whether they're directly interacting with the tokens or just interacting with the game in some way, it's still generating that money for charity, as long as there's tokens flowing.
And speaking of charity, could you tell us a little bit about your work with the Beast Philanthropy?
Yeah, we started working with Beast Philanthropy about midway through 2021 when we first got in touch with them. And we were able to, work with them quite a bit and secure a pretty large donation for them. And, they're still in the I guess, throes of getting everything completely set up on their end. But we were able to, give them a very large donation, and they ended up, actually thanking us earlier this year before we became officially sponsors of Beast Philanthropy, that they thanked us that their donation was actually really allowed them to, continue the project and, secure a lot of food when, other donors backed out, and it kind of kept them afloat. So,
speaking of which, can you go over the total amount that has been donated so far, and a little bit about the different places? I believe it was Nepal that benefited from a lot of your donations.
Yeah, so we've donated a total of over $500,000. I don't know the exact amount. Our largest donation was, like I said, that $300,000 donation to Mr. Beast. And that Nepal video where you see people wearing the Milk and Butter shirts and Food for Life Global shirts as they're serving, people in need. That was from Food for Life Global, which was our first charity partner. We've given them, I believe, something to the tune of $60,000 to $80,000, and they're really effective at utilizing that money to do a lot. They're really able to kind of multiply the effect of that donations.
I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about, when people think about investing in crypto, they're like, oh yeah, I'm going to quadruple my money. Look at the way Bitcoin, surged up. I'm going to be a millionaire. But I mean, really, your coin does have the potential to grow, but really its main focus is giving back. You talk to me about the big difference between those two, as well as really why you started this up, and instead of it seems like you guys have a lot of knowledge, not only in game design, but also coding, and you could be doing something different, but instead you're deciding to put together this token to give back to those in need.
Right. Yeah. It was, the whole thing kind of started initially between actually me and Hayward just on the phone, kind of seeing what we could do. Like, it might be fun to break into crypto and do something. And we kind of just hashed out the idea of like, what if we just gave something back? It made it different, because at the time that we launched, we were the first charity token on the Binance Smart Chain. And after that, a lot of, copycats and ones that did similar things came out, and a lot of those turned out to be, not very worthwhile investments for the people that got into those. But we've stuck around and we've continued to donate. And I mean, I guess when people think about investing of it, there's to look at the products we're developing, and look at, how we've kind of met these goals, and we're continuing to meet these goals and continuing to, build our products. And, every product that we build is focused on, continuing to like add, I guess, volume to our token. So add that volume, it, increases the liquidity, increases, reflections, and it increases charity donations. So as more and more people use them and get involved in them, the potential for it to grow is just, it's almost hard coded into how the products work.
Well, and just to go off what Christian's just said, especially last year, there was a lot of these, pump and dumps, as they call, where the price shoots up really quick and then dumps back down, just based on insider trading and whatever else. And so that's something we really wanted to kind of not happen to us. We didn't want to get involved with anything like that. And we're more focused on kind of that long-term growth, and kind of wanted to be around for a long time and be able to, donate to these different charities and kind of help out these communities for the long term. So that's kind of how we've set everything up from the start, with kind of that thought in mind. We're not trying to do this for a month or two. We're looking years out and trying to really build this ecosystem to be the best thing it can be, and help as many people as possible along the way.
Do you have anything else, Lucy?
I do actually. I love the name, and I just want to know, how did you guys come up with it? Like, it's so awesome, and I mean, milk and butter, like main ingredients for everything, right?
Yeah,
he's to blame for the name.
I am the original. When we came out with Milk Token, there was a lot of these tokens and coins and all these different things coming out, and it's like, what can set us apart from some of these other names, and also kind of have that easily buildable community based on the name itself. And being charity and primarily giving food to people in lower income communities, we use that as well. And so it's like, what food item are commonly exchanged and things like that. And it was like, well, what about milk? And then when we came out with the butter token to kind of mesh in with milk as well. And so then when we brought both tokens together, it just naturally fell the milk and butter token. So kind of that food charity, along with just kind of a fun name to get a community kind of happy and excited. All those things kind of came together, and we settled on milk and butter. So
I love it, and I love the logo too. It's very aesthetically pleasing, not your average token, and it's refreshing to see in the crypto world. No, Brian, I don't think I have anything else, but it was such a pleasure talking to you guys. I thank you so much for taking the time to be on Crypto Market today.
I did have one quick question before we do go. What's next step? I mean, obviously we do have the game that's coming out. We have the NFTs that people can mint on there. And is there any maybe plans to go and reach out to more retail investors, possibly get onto to Coinbase or anything like that? What's the next step for you guys?
Yeah, I think the next steps are once the game comes out, that game really opens up a lot of venues for partnerships. And that's kind of what we're looking at now is, different tokens, how we can kind of integrate either their token into that game ecosystem, or, partnering with different tokens to, put their own, in-game items or in-game characters too. So we've been working with a lot of different, NFT projects on the Binance Smart Chain to see, how maybe we could tie theirs into our game. So, and in doing so, we, really hope to be able to get onto these large exchanges. And that is kind of our next step after we get this game up and after we have, that functioning ecosystem as we've envisioned it, then I think it makes, a kind of a powerful player that can, enter these larger spaces.
Perfect. And before we go, is there anything else that you wanted to mention about the Milk and Butter token? Anything we might have missed that you think the public should know about?
Not that I could think of. Just, look forward to the next month or so for that public release. That's what we're trying to get.
Yeah, I don't have anything as well. Just, look forward to that public release as well. So we're excited.
Awesome. And I hope to maybe get back in touch with you guys later on once that is released, and maybe we can do a follow-up.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for coming on to Crypto Market today. It was really awesome interviewing you. I don't think I've seen any interviews with you guys yet, so I sort of feel like we are getting the insight on the latest and coolest about your token and the video game, of course. And we're really excited too for you guys to release the video game, go public.
And it's really refreshing to see a token really just dedicated to charity. We talk about crypto space a lot, and it's all about the greed rather than the need. So thank you guys so much for taking the time, and we'll definitely catch up with you guys later on.
Sounds great. Thanks a lot. Great talking to you.